going on, everybody? So as you can see, I have made it back to my normal location. As you can see, the picture's back in the background. I've been in Oklahoma the past few days. As you guys probably know, if you were watching my past few videos, I shot one video outside. The wind was going crazy. I shot one video in my car, and now I'm back in my room. And sorry, that little roll there sort of got me out of breath. I don't know why. I didn't really do much just then, but anyways, so today we're gonna be covering the Packers injuries for tomorrow's game versus the Chicago Bears. So if you're watching this and the Bears game has already happened, you should probably click off this video because this stuff probably won't really apply to you anymore, and it's probably just a waste of your time. If you're watching before the Bears game, then this information could be of some use to you. So there are 6 players who are on the Packers injury report, all who have injury designations, and there's actually 15 other players who started off the week on the injury report who are no longer on the report. So I'll show you all those guys and sort of who's playing, who is questionable, and all those kinds of things. I have no idea why that made me lose my breath so much. Goodness. Well, I did just drive 5 hours from Oklahoma to Texas. I just got back like an hour and a half ago. Decided I should probably put out a video. So that was a good little exercise right there. So first off, we got Tyler Ervin, who is going to be questionable tomorrow with a rib injury. He could miss a second consecutive game. And of course, one reason that the Packers have potentially thinking about maybe signing Tavon Austin. They're going to work him out soon, most likely. I talked about that in the video from yesterday, I think it was. One of the reasons could potentially be just because with Ervin being out and being like a special teams guy and a guy who can sort of be used in many different ways on the offense, Tavon Austin could maybe sort of fill that role. So who knows if that will actually end up happening, but Tyler Ervin could miss a second consecutive game, but he's questionable. Then we got Marquez Valdes-Scantling, who is also going to be questionable. Apparently, I think it was on Thursday, he was added to the injury report. It seems like on Thursday he hurt his Achilles during that practice, so it is uncertain as to whether he will play tomorrow. And even though he did have that fumble against the Colts in overtime, he has been good the past 3 games, has 9 catches, 257 yards, and 3 touchdowns, so hopefully he will be able to be back. But this week it seems like Davante Adams and Lazard are going to be back this week. Both will be healthy this week, so even though we could potentially be missing Marquez Valdes-Scantling, at least we have those other 2 great receivers, obviously, in Davante Adams and Allen Lazard. The third guy, we got Josh Jackson, who is currently in the concussion protocol, but it seems that it is hopeful, he may, what am I trying to say, basically? There's hope that he will play, so he's not doubtful, he's questionable, so we'll have to see if he actually ends up playing tomorrow, who knows, but he is in concussion protocol, so hopefully he'll be back. And then at number 4, the 4th guy, we got Corey Linsley, center, who hurt his back last week versus the Colts, left that game, and now he is going to be questionable coming into tomorrow's game. Matt LaFleur seems to think that he should be back. That was sort of like the wordage he was using, but there's no official sort of saying yet as to whether he will be back. So hopefully he can be back. Or if not, the Packers, of course, will have to shuffle around their offensive line, try to figure something else out. But he did practice in a limited capacity this week, so it seems, that he should be good tomorrow. Hopefully he will be. We'll see. And then the 5th guy, we got Equanimeous St. Brown. He's questionable with a knee injury. And then the last guy, we got Kevin King, who is also questionable. He has an Achilles injury now, so hopefully, he will be back. It just seems like he's had so many different injuries this season, with that quad injury for a while, having some setbacks in that, and now an Achilles injury, so it just sort of stinks to see him being injured so much. So hopefully, he'll be healed up sometime soon. And then there were 15 other guys who were removed from the report. I'm not going to list all of them because it'll take, too much of your time, most likely. I'll put it up on the screen right here if you want to pause it. I'll give you 3 seconds to pause. 3, 2, 1. Okay, well now there you had time to read. Those are all the guys who are no longer on the injury report. They don't have a certain designation, so they all should be good to go this week. So overall, I think it seems like we're pretty healthy, it seems. A little healthier than we were a few weeks ago with Bakhtiari down, Davante Adams down, all those guys down in the past few weeks. So that seems to be good news. Hopefully all those players who are questionable will end up playing. And then a little bit more news we got here. So apparently running back Mike Weber and linebacker Dejon Harris, I don't know how to say his name exactly. Maybe I'm wrong on that one. But they have both been elevated to the game day roster from the practice squad, so they will be in tomorrow's game. But apparently they will return back to the practice squad on Monday, because I guess they haven't been fully activated to the roster or something like that. But apparently Mike Weber was also activated for last week's game versus the Colts, so he's activated another game just because, of course, Tyler Ervin could be out running back, and AJ Dillon is still, I guess, in the COVID protocol, so that sort of makes sense to why they'd want to bring on Mike Weber just in case, Aaron Jones or Jamal Williams goes down or they need to use, another running back. So that's pretty much all the news for the Packers game before tomorrow. So hopefully tomorrow will be a good game. It seems like Mitch Trubisky will be playing tomorrow for the Bears versus the Packers because, of course, Nick Foles has like a hip injury, it seems, so he's doubtful to play. So it seems like Trubisky should be the guy. So honestly, I'm excited to watch tomorrow's game. I talked about it earlier in the week about how, the Bears have a great defense, so it will be a good test for this Packers offense. So I'm excited to watch that. Sunday Night Football, it should be fun. Packers, Bears, it's always a fun game to watch no matter, how good the teams are. But that's basically all I wanted to break down in today's video. If you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure you smash the little like button over here somewhere, wherever. If you're watching on your phone, it's somewhere. If you're watching it on your computer, it's also somewhere. And if you want to see some more content, make sure you subscribe to the channel. But that's going to be all for today. And go Pack, go, baby.